Hello everyone, welcome to Desire Gaming. This video is going to show you all of my favourite KO lineups for the map Icebox. If this video brings any value to you, please drop a like and subscribe. I also recommend checking out our community lineup spreadsheet. This is a place where you can find all the best lineups, quick, easy to access, and you can also submit your own lineup as well by joining the Discord server. All of this can be found in the description of this video. I have also timestamped all of the lineups in this video if you wish to skip ahead. I am going to start with KO's knife first, or his 0 point. Let's get into it. One thing to note as playing as KO on Icebox, the A site is very difficult to get 0 point or knives into site because it is just a giant warehouse. There's not really any entrances on the ceiling or any cracks. It's very limited to throw knives on A site. They're very basic. Here's the best that I could come up with. Simply stand in this corner, aim your crosshair at these two lights here in the middle, and once the round starts, immediately throw your knife. This will land a nest. It's very difficult for the enemy team to destroy the knife from here. However, if the enemy team is quick enough, they can actually see the knife through the wall and potentially destroy it. So don't throw this every single round. Now for another knife lineup on defense on A, simply stand on this box and you want to crouch. Now this box in front, you want to put your crosshair between this corner and this corner, right there in the center. Once the round starts, throw the knife. This will land directly at the top of the wall. It's nothing too advanced, but this pulls all the information from A belt and anyone that's coming through this corridor here. And it just gives you that early information at the start of the round. Now from attacker side, if you want to get a knife onto A site into their nest, simply come where I am. Stand in this corner. This arrow here, put your crosshair at the bottom, nudge it a little bit to the right, and then you want to jump and throw. And this knife will land directly into their nest. Again, this is quite difficult to destroy unless they are on A rafters and they have quick reactions to destroy it, because it can be wall banged. But most likely that will get you all the information you need. Now for a knife from B yellow to B garage / mid blue, simply stand in this corner. Aim your grenade / molly to the bottom of this container. There's like a diamond shape you can see here on the screen. Throw the knife. As you can throw this, play off the knife, and it tells you if anyone's lurking around this corner and if anyone's lurking at the start of the tube at mid blue. It's also really difficult for the enemy team to destroy this knife because it's so high up. You'd have to have a dedicated person stand around here to actually see the knife to destroy it. Now from B cubby to clear B site, simply stand in this corner. Once this has all been cleared, aim your crosshair at this little red lamp here. Put the crosshair in the center, throw the knife, and this will land directly on top of B site. This is a great knife to throw as you're about to enter site, as it prevents the enemy team from using their utility, making them push back. Now from A site, if you're defending and you wish to throw a knife at the start of the round to help out some teammates on B to get early information, this will cover B green / B garage. Simply come to this door frame here, stand directly in the center of it. Doesn't have to be perfect. If you look up at this building, you'll see a few yellow rectangles. Simply line up your grenade / molly where mine is, in the center of it. Throw the knife. This knife will land directly on B green. It's very difficult for the enemy team to destroy this knife as it's quite high up, unless they have like a jet. And this is great to throw at the very start of the round, as this gives you a clear indication if they're leaning towards a B push. Okay, now from attacker side spawn, if you want to make a push towards mid into tube kitchen, this covers mostly B snow pile. Simply stand in this corner right here, and you want to aim your left side of your HUD to where mine is on the screen right now. Throw the knife at the start of the round. This knife lands directly where the box is on the snow pile. Okay, moving on to KO's grenade / fragment ability. We'll do post-plant situations first. So this is A default. So if you've got the bomb down here, simply come to where I am on the map and stand directly where this lamp is. You want to match up the center of your HUD with this lamp. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it just gives you a rough location. Now, this can be very confusing as you need to use the tiles on the roof, and there's a lot of them. So as a reference point, I like to use this rope with the end of your HUD where mine is. You want to go for this tile, this corner right here. So line it up with the rope, and I just move it a tiny bit down, throw your grenade, and this will bounce off this corner, simply dropping directly onto the bomb. I understand it's a bit more to the left and people often plant this side. However, it doesn't make sense for someone to defuse the bomb here because there's so many angles to be peeked from. You'll often find that when people are defusing the bomb, they try stay as close as they can to the right where there's cover, which means the grenade covers more of that. Now, if you're defending on A site and you want to stop a default plant, simply come to this corner right here. Stand as far back as you can. Line your grenade up where mine is on the screen. Throw your grenade. This bounces off the roof and drops directly onto the box/default corner. This will delay people from planting the spike, but it'll also do a lot of damage as well. Now from A belt to post plant on A. This is great if you're late to site or just playing really far back. Come to A belt, stand in this corner where I am, and use the tile on the roof, this corner where the light is. You might want to nudge a tiny bit to the right, but you want to get as perfect as you can on the corner. Throw the grenade. Now this is directly onto the default, so this will do so much damage to the player to the point where it's very rare they'll stick it, which gives you time to then push onto site. Now to cover the default plant on B site, simply come to B cubby, stand in this corner of this box here, and you want to use the top of your HUD and match it in the corner where mine is of this grid. As you hear the tap of the spike, simply throw your grenade, and then I often just play off with a flash here. This will land directly on default, doing a ton of damage. Let's say you've got the bomb down on default plan on B site on this corner right here, and you want to play quite safe. Let's say you want to play B garage. This is a really unique lineup, and it's one of my favorite. Simply use this door as a reference. Make sure you're at the center of it. Push right up against it. In the distance, you will see a black spot of snow. That's where you want to keep your crosshair, okay? Now, to throw your fragment grenade, we are going to be moving forward when we throw this. As a rule, when your fragment grenade roughly gets to the center of this box, that's when you should throw the grenade, okay? You're simply just going to hold W and keep your eye on that corner of the screen. And as you can see, it lands directly onto the default plan. It's quick, it's fast. You could throw it 1 or 2 seconds after you hear the tap because of how quick it is. And the best thing about it is you're playing from a safe spot. It's very rare that the enemy team will push all the way to B garage to clear it. Okay, now from defender side spawn, if the enemy team is pushing onto B and you're rotating from A, simply come to this little balcony here. Now the middle triangle, stand in the center of this. You can use your HUD to mark the center. And then simply aim at the top of this crane, just around here. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And throw your molly, or fragment grenade in this case. And this will land directly on the 2 default spots where people most likely plant. This will most likely cancel the enemy team from planting, giving you a little bit of more time to rotate to the site, or the enemy team will take a lot of damage if they stick it. Okay, now it's time for some KO flashes. Starting with A site, attacker side. If you're pushing, this is a great flash to throw to help your teammates enter site. Simply center yourself against this wall here like I do. Doesn't have to be perfect. Then put your HUD where mine is on the screen, roughly that corner. And then what this is going to do, when you throw your flash, keep an eye on your teammates. You want them to be roughly here, ready to push site. Throw your flash, and this will pop straight above your teammates. Keep in mind, if your teammates are pushing from this angle, this can potentially flash them for a split second. The enemy team will, however, be flashed for at least double the time. So mostly you want your team to push from A nest or A pipes. Okay, so from attacker side, if you're pushing B, this is a nice flash to use. When the barrier's up, just put your crosshair on this corner of the container. Once the barrier drops, immediately throw your flash. I'll throw a clip on the screen now of what it's like to be flashed from this angle. Okay, now time for a pop flash above B tube, which helps you gain control of mid. If you have a teammate, get them to wait on this corner. You want to stand right here against this. Aim your crosshair where mine is on the corner of this blue container. I'll throw a clip up on the screen of what your teammates should be pushing out to do, and I'll throw a clip of what the enemy experiences when they're holding mid. This is a great way to get a free kill or just get some information if they're pushing mid. Okay, now it's time for my KO special combo. If you're playing A site on defender side, simply stand here where the barrier would be. Now, wait for the barrier to drop. Wait 1 or 2 seconds. You want to give the enemy team a little bit of time to push up. Ideally, have a teammate to hold this for you, A belt. But when the round starts, 1 or 2 seconds, keep your crosshair at this center. You'll see there's like a tile. Keep it around here. Simply throw your molly, and then push forward and throw your flash around this area here. What this will do is bounce and pop right above this, and it will instantly flash the team that pushed through this corridor, and the molly lands behind so they can't rotate back. Now the reason why you do this is you can either swing out like I did just then, or if you go this way, When the flash pops, you'll get the backlash of them completely blinded, and you'll be able to catch them off guard. Just keep in mind you might need a teammate to hold a belt for you. Yeah, give it a try in your next game. If you get a clip of it, drop it in my Discord and I'll review it. And yeah, enjoy. Also, if this video brings you any value or if you learn any tips from it, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job. And yeah, thanks for watching.